I opened my email on a Tuesday night in March, and there it was. Subject line, from Mom. My hands started shaking before I even clicked it. 8 years. 8 years of silence. And now 3 words that made my stomach turn. We miss you. The thing is, I had a family once. A mom who made pancakes on Sundays. A dad who taught me to throw a football. A twin brother named Brennan who shared my face but never my struggles. And a girlfriend named Jessa who I thought was my future. One night in October 8 years ago, it all shattered. Brennan slept with Jessa. And when I found out when I went to my family devastated and broken, they did not comfort me. They blamed me. They said I drove him to it. They told me to apologize to him. When I refused, they disowned me. Now they want to reconnect. Now they miss me. And all I feel is disgust. Before I dive into how my own family chose my twin over me after he betrayed me in the worst way possible, I want to ask you something. Where are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments below. And if you have ever felt like the black sheep in your family, hit that like button and subscribe. You are not alone in this. Now let me take you back to where it all started, back when I still believed family meant loyalty. Growing up as a twin sounds special, right? Brennan and I were born 12 minutes apart. I came first, but you would never know it from how my parents treated us. From the time we could walk, the difference was clear. Brennan was taller by 2 inches, 6'1" to my 5'11". He played quarterback for our high school football team, dated the popular girls, and had that easy charm that made adults love him. I was the quiet one, the one who preferred books to parties, computers to crowds. I had a 3.9 grade point average compared to his 3.2, but that never seemed to matter. My mom, Laura, and my dad, Frank, had their favorite. They never said it out loud, but actions speak louder than words. When Brennan broke our neighbor's window playing football in the yard, Dad laughed it off. Boys will be boys, he said, and paid for the repair with a smile. When I forgot to take out the trash one time, I lost television privileges for 2 weeks. When we graduated high school, Brennan got a $2,000 sports scholarship. Mom and Dad threw a huge party, invited the whole extended family, ordered a cake with his face on it. I got an $8,000 academic scholarship, Mom said. That's nice, honey, and that was it. I spent years thinking I just needed to try harder, be better. Maybe then they would see me the way they saw him. I never blamed Brennan for it. That was just how things were. Everything changed my sophomore year of college. I met Jessa in the library. She was a freshman English literature major with long brown hair and glasses that kept sliding down her nose. She spilled coffee on my laptop, and instead of getting mad, I laughed. We started talking about books. Within a week, we were meeting at the library every night. Within a month, we were dating. Within 6 months, I was in love. Jessa was different. She actually listened when I talked about coding, about my dreams of working in tech. She did not think I was boring. She made me feel like I mattered, like I was someone's first choice for once. I remember thinking, finally, someone who chooses me first. After 6 months together, I brought Jessa home to meet my family. It was a Friday night in May. Mom made pot roast. Dad asked Jessa polite questions, but spent most of dinner asking Brennan about football practice. And Brennan stared at Jessa longer than felt comfortable. When he shook her hand, his smile was too bright. "So, you're the one my brother will not shut up about," he said. Something in my gut twisted, but I pushed it away. I was being paranoid. During dinner, Brennan asked Jessa question after question. Her major, her hobbies, her favorite music. She answered politely, but I noticed him leaning in too close, laughing too loud at things that were not that funny. On the drive home, Jessa touched my hand. "Your family seems nice, but they barely asked about you," she said softly. I forced a smile. "That's just how they are. I'm used to it." She squeezed my fingers. "Well, I'm not used to it. You deserve better." 2 weeks later, Brennan started texting Jessa. She showed me the messages. They seemed harmless at first. "Hey, Darren mentioned, you like that band, check out this song." I told her it was fine, he was just being friendly. But that feeling in my gut would not go away. 2 months later, my family had a barbecue. I invited Jessa. All afternoon, Brennan hovered near her, bringing her drinks, telling jokes that made her laugh. I watched my jaw tight, but I did not want to cause a scene. That night I asked if he made her uncomfortable. She looked confused. No, why? He's just talkative. I let it go. September came, and my junior year started heavy. 5 classes, 2 part-time jobs to pay tuition since I refused to take money from my parents anymore. I saw Jessa 2 or 3 times a week instead of every day. She said she understood. She encouraged me to focus on school. Brennan had taken the semester off to focus on football training. One day he texted me, "Hey man, I'm near campus. Want me to drop that textbook off for Jessa? You said she needed it." I thanked him, told him sure. He started doing little favors like that. Giving Jessa rides when I worked late. Studying with her at the library. I felt uneasy, but told myself I was being ridiculous. This was my brother, my twin. He would not do that to me. But Jessa started mentioning him more. Brennan showed me this place. Brennan said this thing. Every time I swallowed the discomfort and said nothing. Then came October, a Friday night mid-month. I was working the evening shift at the campus coffee shop, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Jessa texted earlier saying she would be at her dorm studying for midterms. I believed her. I always believed her. The coffee machine broke at 9:30. My manager sent everyone home early. I decided to surprise Jessa. Stopped at the corner shop, bought a small bouquet of daisies. She loved daisies. I remember smiling, thinking how happy she would be. I walked up to the 3rd floor of her dorm building. Her door was cracked open. I heard voices inside. Laughter. Brennan's voice. My stomach dropped. I stood frozen in the hallway, the flowers suddenly heavy in my hand. I pushed the door open. Brennan and Jessa were on her bed. Not fully naked, but enough. Jessa wore Brennan's shirt. Her hair was messy. Brennan was shirtless. They both froze when they saw me. The bouquet fell from my hand, hit the floor. Time stopped. Darren, Jessa gasped. I can explain. Brennan sat up. Bro, this is not what it looks like. But it was exactly what it looked like. I could not speak. Could not breathe. I turned and walked toward the stairs. Jessa ran after me, grabbed my arm. Please, Darren, listen, I yanked away. Do not touch me. My voice came out cold, shaking. She followed me down the stairs, crying. Brennan stood at her door, pulling his shirt on, looking lost. At the bottom of the stairwell, I stopped, turned around. How long? My voice was hoarse. Jessa's face crumpled. 2 weeks. I am sorry. I did not mean for this to happen. 2 weeks. While I worked 2 jobs, saving money for our future. I laughed. It sounded broken even to my ears. 2 weeks. While I was working to save for us. I left. Did not look back. I sat in my car all night in an empty parking lot. Could not sleep. Could not think. Just stared at the dashboard. When the sun came up, I had 2 texts. One from Brennan, we need to talk. One from Mom. Brennan told me what happened. Come home. We need to discuss this as a family. I drove home thinking they would support me, thinking they would be angry at Brennan. I was so wrong. When I walked into our living room, everyone was already there. Dad sat in his armchair, Mom on the couch, Brennan on the love seat, head down, looking remorseful. I sat across from them. Mom started. Darren, sweetheart, we heard what happened. I nodded, throat tight. Told them what I saw. Told them how much it hurt. Waited for them to comfort me. Instead, Mom said, Honey, I know you are hurt, but have you thought about why this happened? I stared at her. Why? Because he is a cheater and she is a liar, Dad cut in. Watch your language. I could not believe what I was hearing. Dad continued, Brennan made a mistake. But you cannot ignore your part in this. My part? I stood up. What part did I have in my brother sleeping with my girlfriend? Mom's voice softened like she was explaining something to a child. You have been so busy with work and school. You neglected Jessa. Brennan was just being a good brother helping out. Things evolved. He did not plan it. Dad added, You always were the sensitive one. Maybe that is hard for a girl like Jessa. Brennan is more outgoing. It is natural she would be drawn to him. I felt like I was in a nightmare. Brennan finally spoke. I am sorry, man. I really am. But we have a connection. I cannot help how I feel. A connection. She was my girlfriend. I was shouting now. He betrayed me. How can you defend him? Mom stood. Do not you dare raise your voice in this house. We raised you to be understanding, forgiving. Brennan is your brother. Family comes first. Then where is my family? I shot back. Where were you when I needed you? Dad's voice went ice cold. We are trying to help you see reason. If you cannot accept that, then maybe you need time away from us. I stared at him. Accept what? That you will always choose him over me. Silence filled the room. Then Mom spoke, her voice trembling. If you cannot forgive Brennan, if you are going to tear this family apart with your anger, then maybe you need time away from us. Dad delivered the final blow. Apologize to your brother. Accept that this happened. Move on, or you are not welcome here anymore. I looked at each of them. My mother crying but still defending Brennan. My father stern and unmoved.